Hey everybody, this is Randy Santel, Atlas, and it is Tuesday, November 2nd. That means it's the end of week 12 of my 15-week Sexification 2021. Now, we didn't post a video update last week about week 11, so we are going to talk about both of the weeks in this video today. I woke up yesterday 312.6 pounds. I was really happy with that. It means that during the first 12 weeks, I am down 81 pounds. And as you see here, I ended the 12-week Sexification 2020 early last year in April. I finished with a loss of 73.4 pounds. So after the first 12 weeks of this one, I have already beaten that number, setting myself up well for the final 3 weeks. But let's just talk about how I got to that number. I knew that week 11 wasn't going to really be a week of progress because I had the plans to fly to Portland, Oregon to spend the week with my friends. Every year, we didn't get to last year, I go on a broski weekend, I call it, which is a trip with like 7 or 8 of my high school friends that I've known forever. Every year we go to a different city and we all meet up from all around the country. So we didn't get to do it last year because of COVID, so we all knew that this one in Portland, Oregon, broski weekend number 10, was gonna be a fun one. I always have fun when I go to those, so I knew that I wasn't really gonna see a great number when I stepped on the scale after week 11 was over. But I did wanna start out well. As you can see, on the Monday, I did a 2-hour ride, and then on Tuesday, I did another 2-hour ride. I took off Wednesday because I wanted to get a good night's sleep so that I'd be ready to fly on that Thursday. And then of course, as you can see here, I did start out strike, strike, strike. I did have a whole bunch of flight problems, had to stay the night in Dallas so I could fly out on Friday morning. So instead of an open frame, I actually got lucky and I threw a strike just because I didn't make it to all the festivities. I had to get up early to get to the airport on Friday, which explains my only 4 hours and 7 minutes of sleep at the hotel that I stayed at, thanks to American. Also because of all the flights, I didn't get my steps in for the day, but I did, of course, on the first 4 days of the week, trying to set myself up to get as far as I could, using everything I talked about in the previous video about consistency. I wanted to take 2 steps forward, 2 steps forward, 2 steps forward, ended up taking 2 more, but then I knew I was gonna take a few steps back on the Friday and Saturday while I was with my friends. And following a video that I put out in 2020, I treat all of my big events that I know I'm gonna kind of have fun at as, in bowling terms, as splits. If you come across a split while you're bowling, it's just a smart move to go for the 2 over here. You try to get this one over here for the spare, but even if you don't get that, you still get the 2. You try to maximize, and I was able to do that. Compared to previous broski weekends, I was a good boy. So we will say that, but I did still throw some open frames. So I did finish both of the days at a higher calorie level. Not only did I have a bunch of beers, my friends all love Jack and Cokes. I, of course, got Jack and Diet Cokes, so just trying to minimize, and I did a pretty good job of that. I didn't hit my steps either. I pretty much just prioritized my friends during the weekend and just did whatever all of they wanted to do. Pretty much almost all of them have 2 kids now, and just me and my friend Eric are the only ones without kids. So just really good to see my buddies while they were able to step away from their families. So yeah, pretty much whenever I'm going to do things, not only do I look at it as a split, I also kind of just ask myself, and even just with everyday things, before I eat something, before I do whatever, I always ask myself, is it worth it? And it was worth it to have quality time with all my buddies. So the beers that I had and everything like that, that was worth it to me. And then I flew home early on Sunday morning, which explains the 4 hours and 14 minutes of sleep that I got for that, but I wasn't with my buddies. It was a travel day, and got home around dinner time. I did throw a strike and just kind of was a good boy, had a lot of water, trying to make sure that I would have a good weigh-in on the Monday to start off week 12. As you can see here, I didn't get my steps on the 7th day on Sunday the 24th either, but I did weigh in on Monday after week 11 at 325.6 pounds. That, of course, was not only from the excess calories, but that was just a lot of water weight in general, just because a lot of the foods I had were higher in sodium too. So if you want to, this is all up to you. Either way, it doesn't really matter because we know my weight today. But you can say that I gained quite a bit of weight during week 11, went from 317 to 325.6. After a great night of sleep, you can see the 10 hours and 20 minutes to catch up from the lack of sleep that I got over the weekend. I started off week 12 with a boom and got a 2.5 hour great spin ride in, preparing myself to have a better scale number on the Tuesday, and I did. I woke up at 319.2 pounds, which is quite a bit of a loss from the Monday, but also keep in mind that wasn't all fat and stuff like that. It was mostly water and waste. I was drinking a lot of water on this Monday too. And then I did another 2.5 hour ride, and that helped me get back to just my base 317 pounds on last Wednesday. So I did for most of week 12, I hit my step goal, 11,500, 11,000, 10,500, 11,786, and then on Friday, this was another decision that I had to make, and yes, it was worth it. Katina and I went to our friends Robert and Cheryl. They had us over for delicious ribeye steaks, some appetizers. We had a few drinks during that. That was a lot of fun, and I knew going into that I was going to throw an open frame, but let's back up and first talk about, I was really proud of myself. I did take off Wednesday just because I was a bit tired, wanted to get some sleep after 2 really poor nights of sleep on Tuesday and Wednesday. You can see 4 hours, 49 minutes, 4 hours and 6 minutes. I did go to bed really early without riding, got 7 hours and 10 minutes of sleep, went to bed I think at like 9 o'clock, woke up at 4:30 in order to get a ride before the last day of my food service management rotation with my internship. Had a great 2 hour and 10 minute ride, so that was great. Was able to throw a great strike. And then after a poor night's sleep, I knew that we were gonna be going to that steak dinner, so I woke up again at 4:30 and I got a 2 hour and 21 minute ride in before my internship classes that I had for the day. And then after I finished up with school and everything for the day, we went over to our friend's house, so I was not able to get my step goal for the day, but that is okay because I woke up and got lots of exercise in. Had a great dinner, stayed up pretty late with them, and then got home, and so did not get a perfect night's sleep, but still made the 6 hour goal. After that, I was able to not only get a whole bunch of steps with Katina, we had a nice breakfast, and then we went out for a long walk, which was nice together. And I also did a great 3 hour ride, trying to make sure I'd set myself up for a great weigh-in on Monday. And not only did I do that, I did a massive ride because we didn't really do anything on Halloween weekend at all because I'm getting ready to wear a Halloween costume for something that's upcoming around Thanksgiving. Stay tuned for that, and you already kind of know what I'll be doing a little bit if you watched my goals video earlier on this year. It might involve the turkey soup, just to give that away, but I did get a 4 hour ride in, burned a lot of calories on that day, and instead of getting my steps, I prioritized the ride, and by then I was just too tired, my feet were hurting. I had to settle for 5,457 steps for the day, but that's okay after the ride I had over 4 hours. I actually finished week 12 with 16 hours and 44 minutes of riding. It was really cool. I actually, and I haven't said this on the channel yet, I actually just signed up for Zwift not too long ago. Katina tried it and liked it. I actually didn't think that our bikes would connect with it because we didn't have trainers or anything like that, but we are on Zwift now, both of us, not really doing the Sufferfest app anymore, which got bought out by Wahoo. So that is awesome. If you're on Zwift, try to friend us, or I'm still figuring it all out, but it'd be great to ride with some of you guys if you are on it. It is very motivational, really enjoying it, but because of the 16 hours and 44 minutes of riding I did, and all of these strikes, I had 6 strikes, so I achieved my goal regarding strikes for the week. The only thing I really didn't achieve is my steps on a couple days, and then I had quite a few poor nights of sleep. But I woke up yesterday at 312.6 pounds, down 81 pounds for the week. So the takeaway that you can get from all of that is, yes, I did go up in weight during week 11, but I prioritized seeing my friends, and I let all of that fun that I didn't kind of take that negatively and say, oh no, I just kind of let it propel me, motivate me to have a great week number 12. And as you can see, I had a great consistent week of riding all week, had consistent diet other than the day on Friday, but I still was on track with the riding and everything, focused on having a great week 12, and I did that. So 312.6 pounds. That is it for this video. Thank you for watching this check-in. I really appreciate your time and your support. This wasn't a goal originally, but we've got 3 weeks left and we're at 312.6 pounds. I really do think that with 3 focused, consistent, hard-working weeks, I will be able to get under 300 pounds. So that would be awesome by Thanksgiving. If you have any questions or if there's a topic that I haven't talked about that you'd like to hear more about in an upcoming video, we still do have a few left. Let me know down in the comments. But yeah, until next time, this is Randy Santel, Atlas, hoping you guys always, always, always win before you begin. Thanks for watching.